All right, it is 10 o'clock. Welcome to the Seneca County Commissioners meeting. Today is Thursday, October 10th, 2024, 10 a.m. Call to order here. We'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. If you would, please bow your heads and pray with me. Dear Lord, please help us to get your guidance and wisdom here as we go to discuss issues and matters facing our community, our county, our residents. Please help us to do your will. Give us your guiding light. We also ask that you give special guidance and help to those that are suffering down in the southern part of the country, in Tennessee, the Carolinas, and Florida. Please help those that are lost to be found. Please help our citizens to get out safely and to watch out and care for one another. Also, please watch out for our armed forces folks as wars breaking out on different fronts. Please cloak them with your safety and your shield. In your name we pray. Amen. Roll call.
Commissioner Paradiso is absent. Commissioner Schuff?
Here.
Commissioner Frankert?
Here. All right, minutes. I will accept a motion here to approve the digital, audio, and video recordings from the previous board session from Thursday, October 3rd, 2024.
So moved.
Second, Commissioner Frankert?
Commissioner Frankert?
Yes.
Commissioner Schuff?
Yes. All right, so minutes passed by a vote of 2-0. Any appointments today?
No.
Don't see any. Okay. Commissioners report. You want to lead us off, Commissioner Frankert?
Sure. Last Friday, went down and did the poll training for the election on November 5th. Get the updates that we need to know for voting. So my wife and I have been for numerous years been poll workers and stuff on that. And there's
Okay.
always something new every year that gets tweaked on that. So looking forward to that. Monday, Barb and actually I should say we want to welcome Ed Clark to our staff.
Oh, yeah.
Ed's took Dean's spot, so we actually initiated right away on Monday with working on some stuff we have around the county to culminate stuff for an auction. So worked with Mike Watson, local auctioneer and stuff on getting things around for that, and that information will be coming out soon on it. So Tuesday had budget commission, and right after that had board of revision. And this morning went down and probably voted today, and so far there are over 500 people voted in the county. So that's
And
good
did
start.
early voting just start like Tuesday?
Yep. So they've had about 2.25, 285, and then I was number 5 this morning. So
Yeah.
so it's been a good turnout so far with it. So encourage everyone. You never know what's going to happen November 5th, but you can definitely go down to the Board of Elections and vote. During the week here, and then as we get closer to the election, the times and stuff open up and the days open up on that. So plenty of time to get out and vote. So that's what I have.
Good public message. Thank you. All right, so last Friday, I had a Recovery Task Force meeting. We got a new location for that. It's out at the Seneca County EMS building, so you have different individuals from law enforcement, drug and rehab, probation services, your judges, the commissioners, city officials, but well-attended meeting. So the judges kind of let the group know as far as the pivot program goes. They're going to kind of refine it a little bit, scale it back a little bit. They're going to have a few less people working for them as what they did when it was Ariana House. So they're tightening the budget there a little bit. And they're going to be a little bit more selective who they let into the program. So I think they're trying to fine-tune that a little bit, which is good. Just happy to hear that. As Commissioner Frank alluded to, we had Budget Commission and Board of Revisions. That was Tuesday. Do we want to talk about the amount of what we were, save that for Barb's report, okay? Didn't want to steal anybody's thunder. Yesterday, had the Republican lunch and gave some updates here at Fort Ball. Then this morning, we had our downtown marketing committee meeting. Got some upcoming events for that. This third Thursday this month will be the Fall Flannel Fest. We've got some great things planned for that. And then also this morning, went on WTTF here to give some county updates and reports. Brent was my guest, or our guest here on that, so kind of getting him initiated here to the radio, so probably doing that at least once a month, let the public know who he is, and I gave some of my plans as I go out and he comes in, but just, it's been great having him part of the process, because as we're going through the budget, he's kind of getting a leg up or a head start, so we've invited him to kind of see what we're doing so we can hit the ground running from day one, but he's been to all the meetings last year and just wanted to let the public know that, so he did a nice job on the radio today. It was nice having you, Brett. That's all I got.
Okay. Ready for me then, huh? Just want to let you guys all know that I've got you all registered for CCAO conference and rooms are reserved. Again, the date is December 4th through the 6th. I believe that we've agreed to move the meeting to Tuesday. So I will make sure that the county offices know that we will be moving that meeting to Tuesday instead of Thursday that week, so we don't miss the meeting. And then the other thing I have is the auditor's office remodel is going well. They have the preliminary electrical done. They're getting painted this week, carpeting next week. Hopefully by the end of the month, they'll start getting desks in, and then electrical will be finished up as they get the desks put in. So hopefully first or second week in November, the auditor's office would be all back together. So it looks very good over there. They're doing a great job over there. So you alluded to Budget Commission, both of you. Tuesday, they did certify $22.5 million for the budget. So that means beginning to work on the budget. So things are going to be tight because from preliminary numbers, the expenses have exceeded that revenue. So I'm gonna have to figure out where things get cut, and we're gonna have to talk to departments on what they need as opposed to what they want.
So our money machine ran out of ink, so we can't print any more
I
money.
can't print any more money.
Okay.
Can't print any more money, sorry. So that just kind of starts the, ball rolling. Hopefully, by Thanksgiving, we'll have a budget approved. That's the goal. So, I have, just received it in the mail today from, GLCAP, that they, would, have, flyers for the, CHIP program for the home repair help. I have put one in the lobby. I have a couple extra copies. We can also make additional copies, but just wanted to let you know that GLCAP is working on that again this year.
Awesome. It's a big help to our residents.
So that's all I have right now.
Good report, thank you. Any old business, anything that we need to discuss or go over from previous meetings? All right, let's get into new business and the supplemental appropriations.
Okay, there's quite a few of them today. I'm going to try to go through them quickly because a lot of them are within the same fund. So I have from general fund salaries in the amount of $10,800, OPERS in the amount of $1,512, and Medicare for $157. These are for the jail case management for the sheriff's office. It's part of a grant that they received from Mental Health and Recovery Services. So that money goes into general fund and we just move it to their salary lines. And then I also have a request from general fund for insurance claims of $25,000. This is for the remainder of the year. We've had several claims this year. I got a little bit of a list here for you just to give you an idea. We've had 4 deer strikes, all of them being sheriff's office. There was also a power outage at the sheriff's office that was $30,000 that, came out of that account line to pay for repairs and things. And there are 4 other ones. One was someone backed into a parked car. 2 others were hit by someone else. And then we had one where, in order to avoid an accident, they struck a mailbox instead of hitting another vehicle. So less damage, I guess, but still, it's still an insurance claim. So that's why we need that additional money to get us through the rest of the year, because we know deer season will come upon us again.
It's happening now, yep.
And then I have American Rescue Plan Fund for contract services in the amount of $25,164.30. This is the remainder of what is to be appropriated of the money that we have. There was a correction made back, I believe, in June or July. And we're just putting that money in place so that we can spend it by the end of the year, or we have to return it to the federal government. The maintenance and repair fund, the equipment garage for $32,461. This is for a new forklift for the engineer's office. Then I have the fiscal year 20 COSAP fund in their salaries of $1,667.04. PERS for $787.50. Medicare for $75.02. Contract services for $1,415.45. Advance out of $50,000, and the other expense of $34,795.42. These are all final payments for this grant, because this grant finished up September 30th. So they're collecting everything and making the final payments out of that grant. Then I also have the TCAP grant fund, salaries for $27,929.20, Medicare for $404.98, workers' comp for $558.59, HSA contribution of $800, hospitalization for $9,282, and OPERS for $3,910.09. This is for, I believe, the remainder of the year for probation services. They received additional money, so now they can put the rest of the money for the rest of the year because probation services going into effect in July. Substance abuse and mental health services administrative grant fund, their contract service line of $60,000. This is to pay Oriana House. I believe we should be coming to an end paying Oriana House, so then the probation funding grant fund.
Is that something we can ask the judges just to make sure? I'd be curious
Yes,
to know.
I believe we should be coming to the end, but that, because we've paid, I believe, every other, but I can check.
Thank you.
The probation funding grant fund, salaries in the amount of $85,754.24. Medicare, $1,247.43. Workers' compensation, $1,715.09. HSA contribution for $2,800, hospitalization for $32,487, and OPERS for $12,013.10. Again, additional funding for probation services for the remainder of the year. And then the last one I have is the ambulance service fund. Their supplies of $50,000. Hopefully this will get us through the end of the year for the supplies at the for EMS.
Fingers crossed.
That-
Mark.
Fingers crossed. Yeah, yeah.
Is that it?
That's all I've got for supplemental appropriations.
Any questions?
So moved to accept supplemental appropriations.
Second the motion.
Commissioner Franker?
Yes.
Commissioner Schuff?
Yes. Sup-apps passed by a vote of 2-0. On to resolutions, please.
Okay. Resolutions authorizing a fund advance repayment from the Comprehensive Opioid Stimulant and Substance Abuse Program, or COSAP fund, to the general fund. This is the $50,000 that we just did a supplemental appropriation. They're paying the county back for the seed money.
Make a motion that we approve the resolution as presented.
I'll second.
Commissioner Franker?
Yes.
Commissioner Schuff?
Yes.
Resolution authorizing a fund advance from the general fund to the IDEP Federal Fiscal Year 25 fund in the amount of $19,176.35.
You want to elaborate IDEP and
IDEP is, I knew you were going to answer that. It is a federal grant that we get to help supplement, I can't think of what the IDEP is. It's an acronym, and I can't think of what it's for. But it helps to supplement when they do traffic stops and things like that. They get it. It helps the roadside deal with impaired drivers.
so moved.
Second.
Commissioner Franker?
Yes.
Commissioner Schuff?
Yes.
Resolution authorizing a fund advance from the general fund to the STEP Federal Fiscal Year 25 fund in the amount of $20,676.35. Again, same concept. It's federal funds that we get to help with the roadside of the sheriff's office.
So moved.
Second the motion.
Commissioner Franker?
Yes.
Commissioner Schuff?
Yes.
And I will tell you that these advances do get repaid, obviously, because it's money that we cede to them because it's a reimbursable grant. They have to have the money to spend it before they can get money. Resolution authorizing payment of late fees on the City of Tiffin sewer account. This is in the amount of $602.28. We have worked with the sewer department and asked for other late charges to be removed, but since we had already had one removed from this account already this year, they do one a year. They allow one a year, so this one will have to be paid.
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Franker?
Yes.
Commissioner Schuff?
Yes.
Resolution granting the annexation of to the Village of Bettsville for parcel of land being 3.967 plus or minus acres in Section 10 Liberty Township, Township 3 North, Range 14 East, Seneca County, Ohio.
So moved.
Second.
I'll give you a little bit of background on this one.
Yes.
The Village of Bettsville bought the old Vesuvius plant. They own every piece of parcel, every parcel around this property is like a big U, so they need this parcel in the middle. So everything else is already owned by the village, so it's just we're just annexing it to them.
Makes sense.
Commissioner Franker?
Yes.
Commissioner Schuff?
Yes.
The last resolution I have is a resolution approving various amendments for the Seneca County Department of Job and Family Services 2023 Personnel Policy Manual retroactive to July 1 of '24.
Was there anything particular in that caught your eye?
This is basically all of the non-bargaining unit. They made changes. So when JFS gets their contract approved for the bargaining side, Kathy tries to make everyone whole going along with the contract, even though they're not in the bargaining group. So those changes are in effect for those non-bargaining people. It has to do with they are removing a holiday. Columbus Day actually is not a holiday for JFS anymore. They have moved that to be a full day off for Christmas Eve. So they've changed up their holiday schedule a little bit. And then it also has to do with them being able to convert 2 sick days to a personal day. It's so that they can continue to retain employees.
Do they follow the county's handbook as far as policy goes and employment?
They have their own policy, obviously, but some portions of it are different. So, but
Yeah, it's a different.
they're their own entity, but we just have because they don't have a board.
As I
So-
say, I thought they didn't have a board, so
Yeah,
directors at our,
Yes, and she's always asked for permission to do these things. And I know we had a conversation, I want to say it was in August, about the non-bargaining people, and we agreed, there was a motion to approve the non-bargaining. I think this is more so that the auditor's office can do that conversion of the sick time to personal time.
what can you say, bargaining, almost like union?
Yes,
Do we know what the percentage of union versus non-union?
I have no idea.
Ballpark.
I have no idea.
Just
what it is.
curious.
I don't think there are very many non-bargaining.
Gotcha, okay. Thank you. Make a motion that we approve the resolution?
Commissioner Franker?
Yes.
Commissioner Schuff?
Yes.
That is all I have.
All right, do our signings here, general public. Is there anyone from the general public here that would like to speak? If you would, please state your name, address, limit the comments to 3 minutes or under, please. And anybody have anything for the good, the meeting here? Dan, do you have anything to report on?
Nothing at this time.
Brett, Tom? Dennis? No? When Tony's here, there's so there's. I stick to the agenda, I get it done.
Let me explain this is for the public here.
Under 20 minutes, all right, there's no other business here to be discussed. Call the meeting adjourned at 10:19 a.m. Thank you.
So it's